Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
In the wake of the twin defeats at Guadalcanal and Papua, the Japanese realized they were on the defensive. They needed reinforcements to reestablish their momentum. On the night of February 28, 1943, a Japanese troop convoy of 16 ships left for New Guinea.
At headquarters in New Guinea, word is received that a reconnaissance plane has sighted a convoy of 10 Japanese warships and 12 troop transports bringing reinforcements to New Guinea. American and Australian pilots man their planes. Fighters attack bombers and flying fortresses.
The U.S. Air Command had realized months before that air raids on ships were failing miserably because the planes attacked from too high up. Since the fall of 1942, Army planes had been experimenting with low-level anti-shipping strikes. On March 2nd, American bombers got their first opportunity to see if the experiment would really work. Waves of Allied attackers roared over the convoy at mast level, raining death down on the transports.
For 3 days, 162 American and Australian planes bombed and strafed the Jap fleet. Many of our flyers came in at mast-high altitude to skip-bomb the enemy.
General MacArthur's headquarters in Australia says the Allied Air Force shot the works when it won that overwhelming victory in the Bismarck Sea. On Wednesday, between 10 in the morning and 3 p.m., the peak of the attack, the Allied planes hit the convoy with everything they had.
The Americans were now masters of the new technique of land-based maritime attack. In the Battle of the Bismarck Sea, their aircraft had eliminated an entire military convoy without assistance from a single warship.
The swift and conclusive success of the operation justified two encouraging conclusions about the progress of the war in the Pacific. The first is that the Japanese air umbrella for their sea operations has grown much weaker than the air power which Allied forces can bring to bear against it. The second is that the Japanese have fallen behind in the development of new tactics.
Air power would clearly be the key to victory in the Pacific War. I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.